Special thank you to our sponsor of Russ Reels Live, the Best Western Boulder Falls Inn of Lebanon, Oregon. For more information on the Boulder Falls Inn and their facilities and conference center, call 541-451-1000. I tell you, we are remote. We are really remote. We are on the road remote today. I am having so much fun. It doesn't matter where I am. Russ Reels Live will not stop. I had a lovely time in Portland and got stuck in traffic coming back to Salem. And so today we are going live from a lovely rest stop somewhere along the side of I-5. So anyway, I am so glad to be here with you guys today. Russ Reels Live. We're talking today about change in life and business. We're going to get to that in just a moment with our outstanding lineup of guests today. We have Dr. Nupi in the house. We have Rosalinde is here. Joseph is here. Rob is here. We're going to get to everybody here in just a minute. But first, wanted to remind you who I am. I am Russ Hedge. I am your marketing coach. You know, I'm here to encourage and inspire you to live a purpose-driven life of significance. And what does that mean? I want you to be a world changer. I want you to be a difference maker. I want you to do the amazing things God has created you to do. Even if you're stuck on the side of the road, you can still do amazing things. So, you know, sometimes as we talk today about change in life and business, people take that as a negative. And sometimes change stops people. Sometimes situations that are going on in your life stop you. And I want to encourage you today not to let that happen, because you know what? There's always a way. You can always pull your car off, grab your laptop, hook it to your hotspot on your phone, and whammo, there you go. You are live. So whatever you're doing in life, I just want to encourage you to overcome and make the best of whatever you're in. And today I want to remind you that I love to connect with people, and I want to connect with you. If we haven't already, you can go to russhedge.com. That's russhedge.com. And I would love to connect with you. There it is. www.russhedge.com has all of my contact information, as well as a place to actually schedule time right on my calendar. You can schedule time, we can Zoom, and I can get to know you. You know, my goal this year is to connect with over 1,000 new people in 2022. And it sounds like a big number, but you know, honestly, that's only about 3 people today. And I am just knocking it out of the park. That's my baseball analogy for today. I went to a baseball game earlier this week. I had a great time for my birthday, so it was awesome. And so I want you to get out there and just do amazing things and connect with me and let me know what you're doing, because I want to hear about it. Also, I want to remind you, I'm the author of Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, an encouraging book to encourage and inspire you. And you can pick that up on Amazon or any online booksellers. And don't forget my weekly shows, Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie, every Monday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. Just left Scott a short time ago. That is every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And now at its new and consistent time weekly, Russ Reels Live is every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time with great guests, which we are going to get to right now, because I've talked about enough other than to say, please share this out right now. Hit the share button. Let people know you're watching, okay? And subscribe on YouTube so you know what's coming up. You can see what happened. I appreciate those things so much. So, okay, that's enough. I've worn myself out. I'm going to start off. We always go ladies first. And I have not talked to Rosalinde for a while. Rosalinde Rosado is just a great, great friend, and I just was super excited she could be on. So here she is. Rosalinde's in the house. Woohoo!
Yay! Thank you for the invite, Russ, and I'm so sorry you ended up in your car.
Oh, it's all good. Hey, it could be a lot worse, right?
That's correct.
So I'm just happy that I have the ability. You know, it's funny. It was 2 or 3 years ago. My son said, "Hey, Dad, I want to get," or we have a family plan. He goes, "I just want to get this hotspot thing because sometimes I'm out and about and I need it." And I said, well, dude, you're paying for it because I would never use that. I would never use it. And
Oh
then
my gosh.
COVID hit and I use it all the time.
All the time.
So I
Yeah.
just,
So great
yeah, I took
idea on his part.
oh my goodness. Thank you, Connor. Appreciate that. In fact, I told him a long time ago, I took over paying for it. So I probably use it twice as much as you do now. So I'm paying for it. But yeah, it's definitely been a plus. So, okay, let's start with this. Tell everybody, I know how amazing you are and what you're up to, but tell everybody what you're doing and a little bit in the life of Rosalinde.
Well, I am a career coach and life coach, and I help people get through change. And when you presented this opportunity, I said, oh, this is perfect because change is a really difficult thing for people. You know, it's like, you change the furniture and, it rearranges the furniture. Change rearranges the furniture, and you can't expect change and sit in the same place. So the world has been changing, and the life has been changing for many of us, and it's been very difficult for some of us. So I am here to help people and clients and anyone else that wants to connect and help them get through that change, whether it's looking for a new job or moving. These are just sometimes these life milestones are very difficult to get through.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and throw COVID and everything else on top of it, life has been one big, gigantic change. And we will be talking more about that, but people are blessed to have you there to help them. And speaking of people that bless others and help them, we're going to bring in Dr. Nupi is in the house, and she is here all the way from England at midnight. Come on, bring it on now. How's it going, Nupi?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Russ?
Good. You're always smiling. I just want to be you when I grow up because at midnight I would be snoring so loud. So you are amazing. So listen, people
happy
people
belated
already know
birthday, by
about
the
the
way.
glitter. People know about the glitter practitioner, but I want you to give them a little bit more information about Nupi and what you're up to.
Okay, thanks, Russ, for having me on today. And again, like Rosalinde said, this is so in line with, I guess, everything that I do. So I'm a doctor in the UK. I'm a family physician, a general practitioner, which is where the glitter practitioner comes into with the GP. But I'm also a transformational life coach. And I guess throughout my career in medicine, it's helping people understand their holistic health needs, and it's almost raising people's awareness to create understanding, and then you are expanding perspective and enabling somebody that there are more choices actually. And it's working with that in which change starts to happen, and it can be truly transformational. And this is my passion. And I do this in coaching, in medicine. And I basically say it's like find your fears and I can't even say it. Find your fears and flourish. And it's all about reconnecting yourself, mind, body, and spirit,
right,
back to your whole self. And that's the whole change process. And it's magical. And that's the glitter that goes with it.
Love the glitter. You are magical, and the two of you are already making me smile. But now we're bringing in my good buddy, Mr. Joseph Gonzalez, who's always making me smile.
Boom!
Come on.
Well, you know a little bit about me, Russ, and I'm sure if you've been on LinkedIn for a while, that's basically the same thing I do. We're all involved in change, and like all three actually said, change is tough when individuals are not basically ready to change. And I think Rosalinde touched on, you can change the furniture, but for me, it's always been the mindset, or I focus more on the mental approach on how or what I see the changes that they need, or that the changes that they need to undertake. So my aspect is always working with what they have at the moment, and then introducing them to new strategies, new ideas, and new techniques, and letting them understand that change is possible. and working just on the individuals on a one-on-one or on a group setting with the organizations. But my focus has always been organizational development, team building, and that type of strategy. But that's what I do. And my passion is to serve. I live to serve and serve to live. And that's what I live for. And that's what I'll be remembered for in my life. And I give to all. And whoever wants help, please reach out. I love you all. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
I love that. I love your morning videos, Joseph, and we got to get you live streaming, man. You're encouraging me and making me smile every morning and encouraging my day. So thank you for that. And another good friend who is always encouraging me, and I'm so blessed to have him in the house. Mr. Rob Howze is coming on down.
That's so good, but Rob Howze in a house,
In the house.
I just started using that in my late 30s. I just figured that out in late 30s. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I can do that.
Well, you've inspired me. Rob, it's been a little while. It's so great to have you here. And man, what an amazing guy you are. Let everybody know a little snapshot of what Rob's up to.
Oh man, well, first of all, this is beautiful to be amongst these wonderful thinkers and thought leaders and people lovers. Is good, and so I'm a humologist. Humologist comes from the word humology, which is the integration of humans and technology, how we intersect, how we work that thing to make our lives better. And I'm all about making life better and using technology to do so, whether it's coaching, helping businesses better their processes, or just communicating like we're doing now, just finding a better way to do things. We can get things done faster, better, more efficient, in less time with less effort, if we do things the right way. So I love teaching that, I love seeing how that.
Well, you're awesome too. I love all that you do. And you know what? I'm so blessed by all of you and by all these great connections, and getting to know and develop friendships and relationships is a wonderful thing. But it's even goes a step further. I got to give a shout out for Emily, who's commenting on the show. I just left her in Portland, downtown Portland, Oregon. And so I was on the way home from there when I had to stop at the rest stop to do the show. And so much fun to actually meet her in person for the first time. And what a great, great person. We had so much fun, she and Scott and Christine and I. So thanks, Emily. And so listen, back to the subject, everybody. So we're in a time in life really like none others, because we're always dealing with change. We're always dealing with what all of you brought up. But because of the big changes we've been going through on top of that, it's added a whole nother layer. And Rosalind, I'm going to turn it back to you because you're coaching people on change all the time. This had to make you like in double demand because people are really now struggling.
Yes. I would say it's been busy with change. And it's not just in your career, it's also in your life because they both blend in. How do we cope with change? We look at our reaction. That's the first thing. Our nervous systems tell us immediately when change is coming. You could see it even in someone's eyes, even during the pandemic, as we were masked. And you could see change in people's eyes. And so the nervous system gives us the opportunity of saying, can I handle this change? And a lot of the time, we can't handle that change. So you go to people that help you, just like us here, and you find that place. So as Dr. Nupi was saying, broaden your perspective. So what does that mean? Broaden the perspective. Find the glimmer, find the micro moment that you routinely maybe just avoided, or as you're walking down the street, you routinely look at this tree and you just never really noticed it. That's a micro moment. Look at the positive instead of the negative, and start out small, because doing it in larger chunks, you're just going to go down another road.
Yeah. No, you're so right. And that's the thing I think that people overlook. They overlook the fact that it doesn't take big things. It's actually a combination of a bunch of little things that make up life. And when you take the little positive moments and you focus on them, where you focus, that's the direction your life goes. So when you're focusing on those positive micro moments, things are going to be more positive. And Nupi, I wish you were more positive. It would really help if you would glimmer just a little bit more. But, I mean,
We have to work on her.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she's a tough one.
So talk to us about those positive things that keep you going, Nupi.
I think it's about tuning in to your needs and doing things, I guess, that make your heart sing. So, yes, I know it's midnight tonight, for example. I'll just have a bit of a lie-in tomorrow. I'll go to bed early tomorrow. I love nothing more than connecting with like-minded people and coming onto something like this. It fizzes me up. I love it. And I guess it's, rediscovering your passions, rediscovering, and this is what I sort of go through on my F list, rediscovering the things that do make your heart sing and then putting that time to do it. And again, what Rosalinde was saying, it's about sometimes just taking a step back and seeing, this is, again, it's not about being, oh my gosh, I'm Pollyanna positive the whole time. No, I have my moments as well. A lot of moments. I was like totally overwhelmed earlier on this week. But it's just learning how to calibrate that and going, okay, let's take a step back. So, for me, I might go outside, get some fresh air. I might make, they're over here this today. Campus shells make me very happy. I make wind chimes, and it does actually sound like I'm a Pollyanna, doesn't it? I'm like, I just go into my own world. No, I don't. I journal. I do lots of different things. But I think it's really about being aware and mindful in that moment, which takes time and it takes practice. It really does. But yeah.
I love that. Being aware and talking about taking practice. So this is one thing I don't think people realize. It actually takes effort and practice to be a certain way. If you want to be positive, if you want to look on the bright side of life, if you want to be able to focus on those positive micro moments, you got to practice at doing it. And Joseph, I think that you need some more practice, man, because
I'm all washed up at my age.
Boom, come on.
Washed up.
I'm all washed up at my age. I have no practice left, buddy. I'm just ruined for life. That's it. Just throw me out to the trash and let me go. I'm done. But it's rather interesting that change, and we've all touched bases on it. To accept change for most, it is challenging because during these times, there's so much uncertainty going around that they don't know what direction to go in. And I'm a very positive individual. And you know this, Russ. I get up and I'm driven every morning. I'm heck bent on making it work every single day. So that leads me back to the consistency of motivation or positivity. It's not a one moment thing. It has to be repeated over and over and over. So the way I coach my clients, for example, I had a young lady last week that I coached her, and her trouble was getting to recognize herself because she thought she was in this work environment that was tearing her down every day, and she lost herself. So her worth and her self-worth were way down. So I had to work with her a little bit to bring her up, to let her understand who she is as a person through her own words, not me putting words in her mouth. So once she understood, that does sound like who I am, then we started working on the little exercises to bring about the change so that she can go on with her regular old life, but the new perspective on how she viewed, how she looked today in today's uncertainty. So, I mean, change is tough. And a lot of people really do not want to accept it or don't understand how to change. Right. So it's tough during these times, but there's different ways that you can go about it. I always use the mental approach. I think for me, that's worked the best.
Well, and it takes intentionality.
Yes.
It takes drive and purpose, and you've got to really work at it. It's just like exercise. If you want to be very fit, you need to move and you've got to make it happen, right? You just like Joseph, you're working out and you're there giving your motivational moments working out. You get up intentionally every morning to make yourself better, to make yourself more fit. You do that on purpose. You practice.
Right. You see, that's the mindset that I try to get in, because that's what starts my day.
Yeah, and you know, Rob, you should probably sing a little song for us, because this is what I love about Rob's mindset is I'm always looking at him just singing and grooving and making me feel happy, because he's keeping that mindset positively, bringing song into his life, bringing joy into his life. Talk about that, Rob.
It's so interesting. I wrote a song called Mindset Ready Grow. Mindset Ready Grow. So it's Mindset Ready Grow. You know, like on your mark, you set, go, but Mindset Ready Grow. We are right here, man. We are right
That's
here.
Awesome.
So
Born ready.
I'm telling you, this is like, it is the mindset, and everyone, Joseph, Rosalind, Dr. Nupi, it's like we're talking about habits.
Yes.
Having the right mindset, and then the habit to put it into place. It's a great book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Freaking fantastic. He says every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. I said, shut the front door. Every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. So like, whoever is the person you are, don't be mad at them. You can vote again. It's fine. But, you know, I think in these times, you know, it's tough. The most important, I think the most powerful word, I think humanity's superpower is gratitude.
Yeah.
You know, Les Brown said, gratitude determines your attitude, which determines your altitude. I was like, wow. And I heard that years ago, but it wasn't until like last year it really hit me. I was like, okay, because your gratitude will determine the attitude you have, which will determine your altitude of how high you are and where you are in regards to everything going on. And the reason why that works is because when you're grateful, you can only be one thing at one time. One thing. So if you're intentionally grateful, then you're going to gravitate towards that. And guess what happens when you open the door to gratitude? More gratitude stuff starts coming. More things to be grateful for that you never thought. Oh my goodness! Now your reticular activation system is like, wow, look at all this stuff. This is great.
I like to echo on that. I like to echo on that, Rob, because that micro moment is that is where that gratitude is coming from. You're walking down the street and you're looking at the tree that you've ignored so many times before, and you stop and you're so grateful for having this tree there and keeping you, you know, the shade and how beautiful it is. That is where that comes from.
That's that moment.
Well, it is, and it's, you know, the thing is too, it's so it is, you know, what you're focusing on, just like you're talking about the tree. So when I first jumped on and was talking to Rosalind, you're like, you know, like we all are, man, I'm so sorry you had to stop on the freeway. And, you know, I'm thinking right off the bat, I intentionally think, well, you know, the good news is I have a car that's driving. It's sunny outside. I have a phone and a hotspot and a computer in my car, so I can still do what I need to do. You know, I mean, there's so many good things that if I focus on all those good things, as opposed to the fact that I'm stuck and traffic drives me crazy, if I don't focus on that, I'm all good. So
here's another thought, Russ. On that note, it's like being the athlete. You know, you practice and you practice, but you never know because change is unpredictable. It's all unexpected. So you're waiting for, it's like the tennis player. You're ready with the racket, but you don't know which ball is going to be coming towards you, but you're ready. See, you were ready in your car.
You anticipated. You were ready.
Correct. So you were ready for the volley.
You knew what was going to happen.
Well, you know, it's interesting because one time I was on the way to, I have a men's coffee every week. We have a men's parent coffee, and I was on my way there. I left late, so I'm already running a little bit late. Then a car is dead stopped in front of me, and this is like 6 a.m. in the morning, so it's early. I'm immediately irritated at the person in front of me. only to hear God whispering in my ear, thinking maybe something's wrong with those people up there. Maybe you should go find out if they need help. And so by the time I get out of the car and I help them, we push the car off the road and I make sure they're okay. And I'm driving to my men's coffee and prayer. I'm thinking, you know what? That time I was completely unprepared. I was running late. It was all my own choices and my own problem that created the challenge in the first place. So I think a lot of times, Rosalind, you're exactly right.
However, you were there for those people.
That's right.
Yes.
So you were supposed to be late in order to help those people.
Exactly. And so there's so many good things when you focus on the right things,
There
right?
you go. Energy, where your focus goes, energy flows.
Yeah.
I love that.
And the only predictable thing in life is the unpredictable.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
100%.
and I think this is one thing that Nupi, you do as far as helping people get their mindset right around their health and around all that they're doing and your whole F list. And we haven't had anybody dropping F bombs yet, but anyway,
I won't.
Yeah, let's talk about that F list.
yeah, come on, bring it on. Go ahead, Nupi.
You want me to? Oh my
Of
gosh.
course.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. So this F list is not just a list. This is going to change your life. And it is 10 Fs. The first one is all about, I'm not going to swear, but it's an almighty F off. And that is all about the critter chatter, the rubbish that's going on in your head, or all this stuff. I made that word up myself, critter chatter. I'm really proud of it. Yeah. So this is about taking ownership and taking a step back, own needs. F it off. Just for now, you'll deal with it later. Straight into focus and breathe, which works on your breath work, few cycles even, and it just recenters you. Quickly tune into your physical health needs. Food, fluids, fresh air. It's not rocket science. If you eat crap, you're going to feel like crap. Fluids, plenty of hydration. Fresh air, movement, exercise. Next one of my favorites after F off, fun. Doing the things you love that make your heart sing. Friends, all about connection. The right connection. Those who uplift you, not drain you. And then it's about being aware. Flip, which is looking at things with a different perspective, and it is seeing, okay, what else could this be telling me? And it enables you to look for a deeper meaning here, because there's always a flip side, and sometimes you really got to dig deep. The next one is flow, which is all about being in flow as well as going with the flow, and it just expands your awareness to the bigger picture. And the last F is fabulous, because
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Even in that's all about vulnerability that I teach, that even in that moment of, oh my God, no, I can't cope, or whatever's going on, you are absolutely fabulous, just as you are. And it's learning how you harness this as your strength. And then there's 3 affirmations. This is the what list. I will. It's all about ownership. I want to. And I'm so friggin' Missy Elliott worth it. So it's not a L'Oreal worth it. It's more sassy than that. It's like, you're worth it. You're worth it. And deserve it. Yeah.
We were dancing on your show the other night with the music. I was there.
I know. So that's the glitter bomb at the end. And it's like,
I think this is the most flowing show we've had so far. You know, it's all good. And, you know, Joseph, you know, you are just such a passionate guy that helps drive all that you do is your passion. And I think through change in people's life, that passion makes a real difference, doesn't it?
Well, to me, it's all about impact, Russ. What can I do? If we talk about, let's say impact, but let's talk about legacy. Let's say 40 years from now, I'm not around. What am I going to leave behind? It doesn't matter what it is, but one thing that I want to be for sure is that whenever my name comes up, if it ever does come up, he touched so many people's lives. He helped so many people. He didn't want anything in return. And he empowered, mentored, coached, drove people to be better. value themselves, believe in themselves, create themselves, recreate themselves. I mean, those are three things, or a couple of the things that for me, it's all about it, the human person. And like everybody says, we're all one race, the human race. So for me, it's all about being diverse and inclusive with everybody. I want to bring everybody along on my journey, good, bad, right or wrong. It's my journey, but I'm going to bring everybody along, and I want everybody to enjoy their life. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. So for me, it's right now. What can I do today to help Dr. Nupi, Rob, Rosalinde, or Russ? What can I do right now that's going to make a difference or an impact in their life? And that's the way I like to lead my life. I want to bring everybody along on my journey, good, bad, right or wrong. It's my journey, but I'm going to bring everybody along.
Yeah, that needs to be heard again.
I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened.
You know, that's so completely echo.
It was echoing you. It was so good.
Three things that I tell all of my clients: believe, value, and create or recreate, basically. Yourself.
Come on.
And to me, that's powerful within itself, because that gives them a sense of, wow, do I need to believe in myself? Do I need to value myself? And do I need to create or recreate myself? When you touch on those three things, a lot of people that I've coached, they're so far off of those that they've been, I guess maybe their surroundings, where they're at, their family, friends, whatever, have been bashing them so long that they have them so far down that by the time that I'm able to touch them or impact them, it's like, wow, it's a new beginning. It's a new me. It's a new life. And for me, it's all about people first, relationships, and empowering all. And believe me, I have my strategies. I have my ideas, like Dr. Nupi, her 10 Fs. I have my 3 Gs. I have my 3 Is. I have my BTB. I also have a step back program that she mentioned, similar but different. But those are some of the things. And for me, it's all about people. I mean, I can say it 100 times. It's all about people. What can I do to help people out? I know struggle. My life was never easy, and I don't want it to be easy. So I want to be able to help people out.
Yeah, well, and that is when you're focused on people and on others, you know, it makes such a difference, because again, it's where your focus, where your perspective is, right, Rob? Come on, Rob, bring it.
Perspective is everything. Perspective is everything.
No pressure.
My very, very, very first mentor, very first thing I learned, age 25, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I heard Wayne Dyer say that on a tape, ladies and gentlemen. It was a tape, the little thing you put into a cassette, you push play, and it goes rewind and fast forward. It's a thing. It's crazy. But that was my first injection of personal development. And so that helped my perspective more than anything. That one phrase, when you change the way you look at things, the things that you're looking at is going to change. Meaning, how are you looking at it? Of course, I could do the things you're looking at it. You'll feel different about it. Oh, wait a minute. Again. And so I think that, you know, if you get around people that have the kind of perspective, the perspective that you desire or you admire, you're going to be in great proximity, right? No one's perfect, you know. We're all, you know, iron sharpens iron, right? You know, but you know, the way that we move forward in this world is really to get around people who are going. Jim Rome said, you know, success leaves clues, right? Jim Rome was Tony Robbins' mentor, so we should listen to this guy. Okay, success leaves clues. I added a piece on, you know, so follow the trail. That was my little add-on to that. If it's leaving the clues, follow the trail. Life is hard. And if you didn't know that after 2020, everyone knew it. Okay, I don't care who you are. Everyone realized that life can be a little challenging and difficult, but your perspective, oh my goodness. If you can have a fresh perspective, if you can be open-minded, if you can have a little grit, a little glitter in your life, you'll shine through the grind. Exactly. Now, that's a song. See the shine through the grind.
you know, going on Rob's sentiment as well, finding that perspective, you know, we go always towards the negative. Okay, so if you're going down the negative, find the worry. Let's just get it head on. Find that worry first. And change is inviting us to create something different, to break that pattern. So let's find that worry. And if you break the pattern, then what's going to happen? When you complete that, then let's find the hope.
Mm.
And when you break that pattern, then what is going to happen?
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a transition
I'd say-
I
moment.
like that.
Yeah, and I
That
think
transition
that's
moment that goes on right there, and that's good, Rosalind, because that's a great way to start it out. If you start out let's say that warrior concern and you address
Let's lay it out.
boom,
Yeah.
you knock it out.
Lay it out. And,
Yeah.
you know, change is giving us that invitation
Of
to
course,
create
Yeah.
something different,
Wait a
to
minute.
change our old situations into something new.
Change is giving us something different. To change our old into new. It's almost like we need change, ladies and gentlemen. Like we need it. It's imperative to
In order to grow.
evolution of
Exactly.
humanity. Yeah.
Exactly.
I ask my
I was
clients,
gonna
I
say-
tell them, if nothing changes. So what do you want to change?
That's right.
It's like, dude, if you don't want to change, nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
You know, how else do you want me to tell you? I speak Spanish, English, whatever.
Right.
You know?
So Nupi, you're trying to get a word in there. What were you trying to
Thank
say?
you. I was about to go. My pen is up. Please, can I just say something right now? Oh my God.
You need to add another F.
Guys,
Frustration.
no, these are all positive things, remember. But I was just thinking, okay, I'm not going to be so polite now. I'm going to go, oi. No, what I was going to say was, and it really ties into this, is it's being curious. It's maintain a curious mindset. And I think we were talking about this, Russ, the other day, weren't we? About, as opposed to critical, because when you're in that space and you know everything is changing around you, or it's uncertain, all of a sudden it's the negative thoughts that start to pile in, and you can get very self-critical as well, and looking at everything very critically. Remain curious. What is this showing me? What can I learn from this, or what else could I gain from this? And then it's okay, yeah, let's have a look at what the feelings are. I can name them. I can notice it. I don't need to step in, but it's maintaining that, and that is so. Yes, it's easy to say, and it again, just to reiterate, it takes time, it takes practice, it takes consistency, but there is always that flip side, and that always, and I think that's the curiosity that you delve. Basically,
Curiosity.
and I think that can,
All right.
Wow.
That's powerful.
You know, when a client comes to me after an interview, they've had an interview, and they'll say, you know what, I think I blew that, or I think it just wasn't. It's a start of a negative talk, and you know we do this a lot, but we quickly how long do you want to stay in that moment?
yeah.
What can we learn from that moment? And that's the curiosity that Dr. Nupi is talking about. How long do you want to stay in the moment? And get curious, and what can you learn from that? So instead of saying, I really blew it, I think this was just really just awful, you could say, you know what, next time, I think this is what I've learned from that. And this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Well, let's throw into when COVID hit, people attacked that and looked at that in completely different ways. Once everybody got over the fact that we were not on a 2-week vacation, they like we were told at the beginning, 2 weeks, we're going home, we're going back to work.
It's true.
Oh my God.
Once they got through that, they were like, there were a lot of people that were really seriously depressed, negative. They thought life was coming to an end. But then there was that group, and I think all of you fall into this at one point or another. There was the group of people that thought, hey, what kind of opportunities and new possibilities do we have based on what's happening to us? Because like Rob said, change makes things change, and nothing changes without change, and it can be a good thing, and we can grow from that. And I think that it was imperative to take a look at the positive things that were coming out of that. My entire business would not have done nearly as well had it not been for COVID, and that everybody was forced in and forced online and different things that were happening. I grew and met fabulous people like all of you because of those changes, and got involved in a lot of things I had never done. So I just think we need to look at those positive impacts that are happening in each moment. And Rob, you said it so good. There's always going to be change, but it's definitely, are we looking to grow? What are we looking to do, right?
Yeah, 100%. And so, life's going to happen. And I think for me, I know for 100% experience that the quicker that I can embrace the change or whatever is happening, from an objective, and I can look at it from an open-minded perspective and not be so attached to the outcome, I deal with it better. Wisdom comes from experience, but it comes faster when you don't have your emotions attached to the experience. Yeah. So when you can actually analyze your experiences, right? Because wisdom is the practical application of the knowledge. So when you can actually do that, that's when you increase the wisdom. And let me tell you, increasing wisdom is a big thing. I'm going to tell you, because you have no idea how the increasing of wisdom, it not only betters your perspective and your outcome of your goals and your actions, but your relationships, right? And so the reason I'm saying that is because every time you go through a situation that's hard, and I've been through some hard ones, literally since 2018, some tremendously hard ones. Like my whole life, like I almost died 5 times. Like real talk, first one I was shot and almost killed, right? Real. But all 5 experiences, like my wife and I were just talking about it today. Like I learned I would not be who I am today. The bandwidth I have at this time wouldn't be here without those. Now,
yeah.
Do I wish those experiences on anyone else? No. but
they're yours.
I learn from it. And so I just say find out how you can learn from whatever you went through, because that's your appointment. Whatever you experience is your appointment.
Yeah.
And, learning from this, we're learning from all of that. Mm-hmm. Also letting go of trying to control what decisions you've made in that change. Mm. Yeah. So once you've made that decision, let it go.
That's it. It's done. Move on.
Done, because the next minute has taken place and there's more change.
Yeah, and you're going to make another decision in 30 seconds or less. So it's a continuing effect. And that's what I tell everybody. For me, we understand what losses are, but for me, it's a win-win. Why? I might have not won, but I learned. So I did win. So I just keep on moving forward. And I don't dwell on it, like Rosalinde said. I try not to dwell on anything, because at the end of the day, if I can't control it, control the controllables. If I can't control it, hey, dude, you know what? Boom, I got to keep on moving. Yeah. And that's my mindset has always been. And like Rob, I've been through a bunch of struggles in my life too. And you know what? I've never let them stop me or keep me from getting to where I want to go. And my vision, my mission, and my passion are somewhere else. I'm going to chase it. I'm going.
Ditto.
Yeah. Well, let go and trust.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No doubt. The man's in charge.
Yes.
Not me.
Yes.
He's
well, on that note, that was wonderful transition to Rosalind. We're going to start with you. I want everybody to give people their last word as we let go and trust, as we really move forward in a positive way and embrace change in all that we do. Give everybody the last thing you want them to remember about today, and then tell us how to get in touch with you.
What word? Resilience.
Yeah. Well, you can go more than one word.
well, change brings about resilience. Resilience. And
that's good.
You've heard me say this, and when I saw the humologist, Rob, it's where there's humor, there's hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And where that's why we laugh, because it's hopeful. So find the humor in things. Find something to giggle or laugh at. Just like Dr. Nupi said, find your joy. Find that joy, because life is short. It is very short. You can contact me through LinkedIn or Rosalinde@yourlaunchpad.com. And it was a wonderful experience here. Thank you.
Well, you're awesome. I appreciate you, Rosalind. And Nupi, you're up next.
Thanking you. So I think curiosity. Remain curious.
I like that word.
And also choice. You have a choice. You get to choose what happens next.
Hmm.
You get to choose which mindset you step into. And that's where you can take your own power back. And it's extremely powerful. It's these little superpowers, I call them.
Hmm.
And it's incredibly empowering, inspiring, and uplifting. And that's one thing I always sort of really drive home, actually, is, okay, well, we have a choice here. And then you can own it. And you know what? You can then reflip. You can flip it back again. It's okay. It's just always about, again, being curious and going with that flow as well. How do people get hold of me? On LinkedIn, Dr. Nupi Arora, the glitter practitioner, and email. No, sorry, wrong one. Yes, no, emails. They're all the same, which is why I get a bit confused, because it just changes a bit. The glitter practitioner at gmail.com.
There you go. Well, you know what?
Great.
Everything that everybody's saying today as far as contact and information is in the comments, clickable. My amazing helper and teammate Ever is getting that in there for me. Everybody asked me how I type so fast. Thank God for Ever. That's all I got to say. Thank God. I could not type one-handed right now, holding on to my computer either. So
I was trying to figure out how you pull this off. I was like,
wait a minute. You're in the car and you're typing? Wait, that.
it's
Mind-blowing.
To figure this
amazing,
out before.
mind-blowing. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Joseph, you're up next.
Thank you, sir. As we go about life, we're surrounded by several different individuals. And my line to all of my clients has always been, don't change your surroundings, just change their role in your life. So you're surrounded by these negative individuals. You don't have to get mad at them, be disrespectful. Just understand what they're saying and tell them, hey, I love you guys, but I'm going in this direction. So don't change your surroundings. Just change their role. And another thing that I tell them, when they say, no, but I have dreams, they say, well, I dream too big. And I tell them, no, you think too small. So those are the things. And always value yourself, because you're worth more than anyone, just as we all are. We all bring value.
Missy Elliott worth it. Yes.
Wow.
So you can contact me, Joseph Gonzalez, here on LinkedIn, or on joseph@inthegamegroup.com. I'm always here. Thank you, Russ. It's an honor. Rosalinde, Rob, Dr. Nupi, fantastic. Boom.
It's one mic drop after another here. So we're gonna let Rob wrap it up. And I don't know if you can actually wrap it or if you're just gonna wrap it. But anyway.
Well, I tell you, and this is freaking wonderful. Wow. So let me give you really quickly the fulfillment formula. This came to me in 2018. This is the formula that will help you be amazing whatever you do, life, business, your community, whatever you're trying to do. You want fullest fulfillment? This is how you do it. I know, because I tried it and it worked. That's how I know. I only talk about what I did for myself. All right. 3 ingredients in the fulfillment formula. Number 1, self-reflection. Number 2, course correction. And 3 is humility. Self-reflect means you're just going to introspect every day. Introspect on your day. Okay. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. Okay. So self-reflect on what you're doing, your life, your business. See how you're showing up. 2, course correct, meaning once you introspect, make the adjustments, make the changes, like change your surroundings, change your group, change what you're reading, looking at, change how you live in your life if you have to. And 3 is humility. Humility gives you, when you look through eyes of humility, the ego shrinks and now you can see what you need to see. Right? Yeah. So get a slice of humble pie, put it in your pocket, and keep it moving. Self-reflect, course correct, and humility. That's the motivation for the situation that'll get you away from the frustration in every situation. No hesitation.
Wow.
Great
I'm
ending.
loving this.
That's so great. So, Rob, how does everybody get in touch with you? Because they're going to want to hear more of that.
Thank you. LinkedIn, come hang out, give me a virtual high five. We can have a virtual coffee. I love the 21st century. Our ancestors is like, are you serious? I had to walk, I had to drive, I had to spend, and we instantly, it's so great. Virtual coffee, let's hook up, And if you like good music that motivates your soul, go to Howze Music. My last name, howzemusic.com, and you'll hear something. And check out the remix of Lean on Me. Everybody needs some lean.
Wow.
Everybody
You
needs
know
some.
what? I'm gonna have to just have you all singing the next time on. I can already
Yes.
see
I
that.
don't know about me, dude.
We gotta get this group back together because this is way too fun. So
Yeah, this is the band.
There you
Yeah.
This
go.
is the band. So we
Yeah.
got to get the band back together.
There you go.
Yes.
yeah.
She got the
Fancy
cymbals in the
being one
back
of the
too. Wait a
singers.
minute.
I see it in the background, Rosalind. I see it back there, the drums, dude. You must not sleep.
That's
Fancy
right.
being a singer. Fancy being a singer.
Oh,
I can do the shells.
You guys, listen, you are so awesome. I do. I mean, I
gosh.
appreciate you guys so much, and we are definitely going to get this group back together and do
Let's
this
do it.
again. This has been a
Really?
great discussion, and thanks so much for being here and putting up with me having to pull off at a rest stop to do the show today because it's just been awesome. I'm glad that there was a white spot in the road, so all is good.
There you go.
And yes,
No, there was a Russ spot.
There you
There you
go.
go.
There it is.
Ah,
A Russ
I like
spot.
it.
There you go.
That's it.
you
And
pulled
Well,
over
listen,
the spot.
I'm going to send you guys out to the green room. Hang tight for 1 second because I want to
Do it.
talk to you. But I'm going to wrap this up. We'll see
Do
you
it.
all soon. Thanks again. Woohoo! Keep smiling. There you go. Takes me a while to click when I'm hanging onto the computer with one hand and clicking with the other. Listen, man, oh man, this just goes to show amazing things that are possible even when we have challenges, even when we don't make it to our destination, we create a new destination. Even when we have bumps in the road or we have things happen, we can still make amazing things happen. And this discussion today has been incredible. I want to encourage all you, please share this out. Let people know because there's so many people too that watch on replay. Let them know to share it to other people. And remember, you can always get in touch with me at russhedge.com. That's been clicking along the bottom the whole time. I just want to say 1,000 thanks to everybody. Remember, Rob brought it up, I think, or somebody did today about being grateful. When you're grateful, when you're thankful, amazing things happen. It changes your whole perspective. And I just want to remind you to be grateful, be thankful. Go to russhedge.com and connect with me because I love to connect with people. And I just want to say on that note, don't forget next Thursday, we'll be back here on Russ Reels Live. That's right, Russ Reels Live at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And until we see you again, have a great day and a great life. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.